You ever lie in bed, lights off, phone away, and still your mind races? You're exhausted, but thoughts keep coming. Memories, worries, ideas, regrets, spinning like a carousel that never stops. And no matter how many breathing exercises you try, how many meditation apps you download, or how many times you tell yourself, just relax, you can't. But why? What if the reason your mind won't slow down isn't because you're broken or bad at self-care? What if it's because you've been conditioned to fear stillness? Let's unravel something that's been quietly hijacking your inner peace. It starts with a simple, brutal truth. We live in a world that glorifies productivity and pathologizes rest. From a young age, we're trained to perform, to achieve, to stay busy. A quiet mind, that's seen as idle. And idleness, that's laziness, a sin in the eyes of the modern world. So we internalize it. We tie our self-worth to constant doing. We wear stress like a badge of honor. If we're not thinking, planning, fixing something, we feel like we're falling behind. But here's where it gets deeper and more dangerous. Your mind doesn't just resist stillness, it fears it. Because in stillness, the noise fades, and what's left underneath often isn't pretty. Old wounds, unanswered questions, the parts of yourself you've been running from. We don't want to be alone with our minds because we suspect that if we stop, we'll have to face the parts of ourselves we've buried beneath deadlines and distractions. Carl Jung once said, "People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls." And he was right. We scroll, we binge, we plan, we hustle, not just out of habit, but out of fear. Fear of meeting ourselves in the silence. But here's the twist. The very thing we avoid, stillness, is the only thing that can truly set us free. Your mind doesn't want to slow down, not because it can't, but because it doesn't feel safe to. It's like a guard dog barking all night, not because there's danger, but because it's been trained to never rest. So what do? We don't fight the noise with more noise. We don't fix the mind by force. We gently teach it that silence is not a threat. This takes unlearning. It takes patience. It takes sitting with discomfort long enough to realize it won't destroy you. When you sit in stillness and your thoughts rise up, don't push them away. Watch them. Name them. See them as old ghosts, knocking on your door, not to harm you, but to be acknowledged. This is what ancient traditions have always known. In Zen practice, the goal isn't to empty the mind, it's to observe it, without judgment. When the mind is seen clearly, it starts to settle, not because you forced it to be quiet, but because it no longer needs to scream for your attention. So the next time your mind is spinning and you think, "I just want to relax," ask yourself, what am I afraid I'll hear if things go quiet? You might discover that the chaos isn't the problem, it's the cover. And when you stop running from the silence, you stop running from yourself. And that's where peace begins. But peace isn't a finish line. It's not something you achieve and keep forever. It's a rhythm, a relationship, a way of being with yourself. Some days, your mind will quiet like a lake at dawn. Other days, it will thrash like a storm. Both are part of the same nature. The secret isn't forcing the storm to pass. It's learning to stand in the rain, to breathe into the chaos and whisper, "Even this is okay." Modern life tells you to always improve, always fix, always optimize. But your mind isn't a machine. It's a garden. And sometimes, the weeds teach what the flowers can't. So the next time your mind won't slow down, don't curse it. Don't fight it. Don't call it broken. Sit with it. Hold it like a frightened child, with gentleness, with presence. Eventually, when it feels safe, it will quiet. Not because it was silenced, but because it was finally heard. And that is the beginning of something deeper than relaxation. It's the beginning of coming home to yourself, truly, finally, home.
If this made you pause, if you're drawn to deeper truths and quiet strength, then you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next one.